Welcome, everybody. We are going to get started. So thank you, everybody, for joining our CCIM Greater Los Angeles Broker Forum. For those of you who are first time joining, this is our monthly broker forum. I actually host this with our fearless past president, Jeff Albee. For a lot of you who know Jeff, he has been president for a couple terms. I myself I was the COVID president for 20 and 21. So you may have not seen me in person, but you may have seen me on all the YouTube. So what we do on this broker forum is that we endeavor to put together a list of available listings, bring brokers, bring our community together to be able to share the stories of each of the deals, okay? And be able to communicate either specific things that are either not mentioned, obviously on our OM, because there's a lot of things with there's a whole story with each transaction. So this is a space to be able to do that and be able to connect with everybody offline. We also have our amazing sponsors. So we'll continue on to the next slide. So we have our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we have our platinum sponsors, CoStar, who supports our chapter. We also have our gold sponsors, RPM Commercial and 10X. We always appreciate their contribution, but also our silver sponsors, which is an amazing group of vendors, real estate companies, lenders, attorneys, various different service providers, and again, also our bronze sponsors as well. And today, what we're going to do is for those of you who are curious about sponsorship, on each of our events, we endeavor to have a sponsor highlight. We want to be able to have our sponsors share with the community something of value, something about their company, and also give an opportunity for the community to ask questions. So today, Mary Kay, are you here on the line? Well, a representative from Mary Kay. Maybe we'll send her a text, DJ or JV, and then we can come back to her. Yes, she does do a great job. Yes, the Mary Kay Advantage does a great job. I know. I think we've used them before as well, and they're great. So perfect. So we're going to dive right into the listings, everybody. First presenter, we'll start off with Matthew Sullivan. If you can unmute and tell us more about your listing. He was just speaking, so Matthew.
These two listings are actually located back to back. One faces Broadway and the other faces Pico. So the one you're looking at right now is on Broadway. It's in the Garment District, but it's really part of South Park. It was a bunch of new apartments. About, I'd say, about 600 units that have been built around this property within the past 2 years. So this one's an owner-user building. This was originally a government building. It's a very functional building. It has rear loading, good street frontage. So it could be a wholesale building or just a pure manufacturing building. It's listed in the AIR as well. And it's this is a trust sale. So this is the owner of this property passed away last year. And so his son, who lives outside the country, is selling it, and he is motivated to sell it. He would make a lot of money just on the difference in currency between where he lives and here. But this has, if you want to see this property, this is an owner-user property. It's not an investment deal, and it's located again right off of Pico Boulevard and about 2 blocks north of 10 freeway. Next slide, please. So this is a sister building, which is on the opposite side, and this is on Main Street. Main Street has a little bit more foot traffic. This is also a user building that can be sold as an investment. Right now, all these tenants are long-term tenants are on month-to-month leases. They would sign long-term leases, or since they're month to month, could be moved out or partially moved out for an owner user. All these properties right here at 2.8 and 2.6 million, that's basically market pricing for the area, is just by the comps, because there's a lot of good comps in that area we can rely on. So again, same seller, he'd sell them both as well. In fact, he preferred to sell them both. And it'll probably sell in the low 5 million range. Right? It would be a large discount for off the list price. So this one as well has rear loading. This is another REO property. This is a small bite-sized deal on Palm Grove. If you haven't heard of Palm Grove, it's right off of
DJ, or JV, can you change the slide? Sorry.
There we go. So this property is located right off of the 10. It's just one block north of the 10 freeway, right below Washington, and it's between La Brea and Crenshaw. And it's a good little pocket of single family and some smaller apartment buildings. When you drive around the area, you'll see where some owners have actually done complete rehabs. This building has two bedrooms and then 3 one-bedrooms. The one bedrooms are like 1,000 square feet. The 2 bedrooms are about 1,050 square feet. So because the age of the building, they're just very, very large units. This seller is a lender, and they took back the property, I think last May. We have offers on the property. It's in the MLS as well. There's a 2.5% fee, and there's a high degree of motivation to get this thing sold. And the net rents are, of course, are low. It's 100% leased. Just if you have a second, I'll give you an update on a couple of things. I'm doing this week. I have a lender auction on the Carlton Way property, which I previously sent. Today's the last day of the lender auction. So if you have anybody interested in that property, just reach out to me by email or by phone, and I'll get you the bidding instructions on that property. And then the other, so that's going to be, the auction's going to end today, the end of the day. And then the other one that's going best and final is that larger REO in the Garment District, that 4-story, 92,000 square foot building built in 2009. And that's best and finals are due tomorrow at 5 p.m. on that. And that's a lender deal as well. So 2 lender deals, one's an auction, one's a best and final. So just if you have somebody for either building, and the one in Hollywood, it's, we've been doing the showings and everything like that, shows very, very well. So again, just reach out to me, email is best, and call me, always call me at my office line, not my cell phone, because my cell phone doesn't pick up all the time. Appreciate it.
No, long time ago, when we just survived, I took the one to
Jenny, if you can mute yourself, thank you. Or DJ, if you can mute her, thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Greg. How you
Hey,
doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Good.
Staying cool. So go ahead.
Good. Glad to hear it. Tough these days. Definitely difficult to stay cool when you're in Bakersfield. I was there the other day. It was 113, but this is a portfolio of 3 industrial properties at the intersection of Chester and 36th Street. We've seen these in past months. The notable thing here is that we've dropped the price on this portfolio by $300,000. We are considering selling these assets individually. 3530 Chester is the former Supply Sergeant retail store with 20-foot clear high ceilings. It's a 10,000 square foot building, 100 by 100. For that one on its own, we'll sell that at $1.6 million. 3501 K Street is about 12,000 square foot, 18-foot clear heights, steel building that has 600 amps of 3-phase power. We could sell that one on its own for $900,000. And then 3529K and 140136 are pretty functionally obsolete warehouse building and a small little freestanding office. They would require a lot of work. So we're selling that more or less for land value at $250,000. Altogether, $2.75 million. This is a trust sale. It'll have to go to the highest and best price. There's definitely some flexibility for a portfolio buyer versus individual buyers so that we can offload them all at once. But definitely great opportunities if you have a client that has business in Northern California and Southern California. It's a great place in the middle to have warehouse and distribution and some light manufacturing. Feel free to call or email for more information. Great opportunity here. 2.25% buy side fee for a buyer's broker. I'm going to let my partner Caleb mention these ones here. These are also part of the trust and up in Bakersfield.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. This is, as Greg mentioned, the same trust from the industrial portfolio that he just spoke about. This is right downtown Bakersfield. These are the Winchester Apartments, 12-unit apartment building. We've got 4 studios, 1 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and the rest are 1-bed, 1-bath units. All like average rent right now is like in like around $600 to $700 a square foot. We believe, you know, long term we could probably get between $700 and $900 a square foot. So I mean dollars a month for rent. So plenty of long-term upside. It's an older building built 1918. We're on the market $1,050,000. We are inundated with interest on this. It'll probably go for highest and best, hopefully sometime this week or next, but definitely still time to bring us an offer. Nice little low price point for someone to park money in Bakersfield and access some long-term upside. Still in downtown Bakersfield, this one's a little more interesting. The historic Kern Land Building, built 1899. We understand that the original owner developer of this was like a major part in the development of the whole downtown Bakersfield area. We've had a lot of interest on account of that. Definitely a piece of history here. Similar situation where the old ownership was very hands-off. All of the tenants are enjoying a pretty sweetheart deal. It's about 82%, 83% occupied. We're on the market for $1,700,000, 33 units. That comes out to $94 a square foot. So by that basis, you know, again, the buyer, someone who can improve the building, streamline the management, and access, you know, that long-term upside. 2-story building. I would, you know, pencil in a good amount of deferred maintenance. But definitely a gem in downtown Bakersfield. We've gotten so much interest in this. We have, you know, several offers on the table, but hopefully it'll go for highest and best sometime in the next week or two.
Wow. Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that. Bakersfield's a great market for those of you who are not familiar with it. I might actually have a listing up there as well too. So triple net. So we'll keep you posted. So Rose, are you on the line?
I am. Yes. Thank you so much. So this is 6,000 Woodman Avenue. It is just a, you know, a simple little retail shopping center. You know, we've got tenants in place. They're all paying their rent, all happy to be there. A lot of them have put in really significant tenant improvements into their suites. The seller is motivated. He's looking to move the proceeds of the sale out to Reno. That's where most of his portfolio is. He also recently refinanced and was, like most of our clients, very unhappy with the new rate. So he is looking to sell this asset. It is a 6 cap on the current income. And again, stabilized with staggered leases over the next 5 years. So we are looking for all offers. This is 1233 South Grand Avenue. Yeah, that photo is not really the best. This is it's a fully entitled redevelopment site. It is a parking lot currently. There is like some income in place from that parking lot, but it is really, you know, the ideal targeted buyer for this is going to be a developer who's going to take advantage of those entitlements. You do have a total of 161 units approved. It would be a high-rise style. This is in the best part of downtown in the South Park neighborhood. We're taking this one to auction next week. So the auction is going to be Tuesday through Thursday next week. Very much encouraging any interested buyers to register. Starting bid is 2.5 million. This is a distressed sale. The owner does have debt that is coming due in a couple of months' time, and they absolutely need to transact. So we do think that this is a deal that is going to trade. For those of you familiar with downtown, just with the cost of construction and a lot of new product coming on market has made it more challenging for the owner to complete this development themselves. So they're going to be selling it for less than they bought it for sure. So definitely a really great opportunity for any of you who have clients who are developers who might be interested in taking on this project.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Rose. Really appreciate you sharing those deals. But yeah, I think we have, does anybody have any questions? Because I think that development, that downtown deal, I mean, in terms of price, do you see flexibility in the price?
Well, so it is an auction, right? So the starting bid is going to be 2.5 million. I can tell
Okay.
you that they have 5.5 million in debt that they need to clear. Otherwise, they'll literally just let the bank take it back. So that's like an absolute minimum. I can tell you. We do technically have a reserve, which is a little north of that, and we have some interested buyers who it sounds like they might difficult to say exactly where it might trade at this point, but I do know that it is going to be a very good deal for whoever gets it.
Got it. Are the lenders private or are they a bank?
It's a bank.
The bank. Okay, got it. Perfect. Thank you for the insight.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Yashar.
Okay, so this is Eric actually. David's on a flight right now, so I'm going to take over quickly.
Welcome, Dave. Well, welcome, Eric.
Thank you very much. So this is a restaurant space that we have for sale in Covina. It's right on the main thoroughfare in Old Town on Citrus. The restaurant's actually been there for over 30 years. Downstairs, it's a sushi restaurant. Upstairs, it's a karaoke bar. So the good thing with this is, one, the tenants actually, their lease is expiring end of this month. So either you can renegotiate the lease at a higher rate because they're paying below market and they've been there for over 30 years, or it's a good owner user opportunity to basically come in and put your own restaurants if you have anybody in that business. So that would be the play here. It's about 3,000 square feet. There's a large city parking lot in the rear, and it's just about a mile north of the 10 freeway. This one is just a lease investment. It's a corporate Dollar General in Brantley, Alabama. It's in between Montgomery and the Florida state line. So the tenant here has actually executed 2 5-year options early. They have a lease through 2028, and then they have 5 5-year options to follow with 10% increases. So currently it's operating at a 7 cap, and there's very little housekeeping and maintenance that needs to be done by the landlord. So this is just something that you can buy and hold, park your money, and just collect the rent on. So it's an easy deal. Okay, we can go to the next one. So this is a retail office building on Westwood Boulevard in between Santa Monica and Wilshire Boulevard on the main commercial thoroughfare. The ownership is actually an architect, so he remodeled the property in 2006, as well as petitioned the city to remove the meters that were actually located in front of the property so that you have full 40 feet of frontage at this location, which you don't get very much of on Westwood Boulevard. So downstairs is set up as an open space that can be split up into 2 units. Upstairs is set up as office suites. So either somebody can come in, an attorney or a marketing agency can come and take up the whole space, or can lease out the smaller units and have a shared common area. So it's very nicely set up and done. And it's about 6,000 square feet of total building. This one is in Huntington Park on Santa Fe, just west of Pacific Boulevard. It's currently operated as an automotive repair. It's been there. The automotive repair business has been there for about 40 years. Their lease is up, so they are willing to renegotiate and extend the lease. The current ownership did not want to sign a lease with them in the event somebody wanted to come in and put their own automotive shop or redevelop it into a retail storefront. It's about 16,000 square feet of land. So it's a good little space for someone that's looking for land in the Huntington Park area. That's it. Thank you.
A question on the Huntington Park deal. I mean, is there any flexibility in price on that deal, or is there like potential seller financing available? I was just curious.
So in regards to potential seller financing, I'm not sure, but again, we can always put it in front of them and see how they respond. There is flexibility depending on the term. So there's always some wiggle room.
Perfect. Well, we'll reach out.
Great, thank you.
Great. Thank you, Eric. And we have Gregory and Gary. Is anybody on the line?
Frank, either of them can attend for some reason today.
Okay, well, we have $100 million deal and a PhD. Sounds like fun. All right, well, we'll wait to hear back from them. So let's continue. All right, is Matthew May on the line? No, Matthew May, I do not see Mr. May. All right. One of our listings. I think I have Rennie Martinez here on the line. Rennie.
Good morning, everyone. This listing actually is, I think, a great location right on the corner of Long Beach Boulevard and Magnolia, about a block away from Linwood High School. So it'd be ideal for, selling food, right, for kids. It's a 13,000 square foot lot, gated parking, which is great because parking in Linwood is terrible. So that's a great perk. Building size is just over 3,000 square feet. Business is doing very well, according to the tenant. The lease has about 1.5 years left on it. This property can be delivered vacant. There is some, negotiation as to how that can work out. This property will also be delivered with all furnishings inside, including appliances, whatever kind of machines needed to run this business. Buyer side commission is about 2%. There is some wiggle room on the sale price. However, anything less than $1 million does change commission.
If I can add a couple points there real quick on Linwood. So for those of you who are familiar with Long Beach Boulevard, this is C2 zoning. The C2 zoning, the price on the dirt makes it attractive. There's been multiple owner users that have reached out to us for various uses. We did have somebody who was looking for a liquor license. For those of you who know the city of Linwood, they are not going to be providing liquor licenses anymore. There's plans. There's one next door, literally. So there's a lot of folks out there that have those endeavors, and we want to share with you that we've had feedback from the city, and again, we're not saying that you can't get it, but there's just a lot of, I would say, a lot of friction in the process. So for those of you who are looking for C2 commercial development opportunities for any owner users out there, this would be a great opportunity. As the ownership, again, they've owned it for over 10 plus years, and they're testing the market right now, and this will be a great opportunity. So yeah, there you go. Let's go to the next one. All right, so we have another owner user property here in the city of Alhambra. It's actually on West Valley. It's actually a very high traffic street. For those of you who know Alhambra, this has an excellent storefront, has parking in the back, has its own secluded gate. The ownership has made capital improvements with the HVAC and with the interior. We can provide the OM for more details. But again, they've actually, this is currently in a law office, but we've had some folks that have wanted to buy this all cash and make it a nail salon or something. It's very interesting. We've had some funny offers. But point is it's owner user and it's retail, but it's used right now as a law office, but open for if anybody has any tenants that are looking to be in Alhambra and to be in that area. So feel free to reach out. Katie.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Katie Presley Wilson. I'm with CBRE. Unfortunately, the gardener's right outside of my window right now, so I apologize for background noise.
No worries.
I'm here today to present a 7-unit apartment building in Santa Monica. It's on Berkeley Street between Wilshire and Santa Monica Boulevard. It's a great location. There is over 111% upside in the rents. The reason being that our owner is approaching 90 years old. He's been self-managing for his whole ownership, which has been about 40 years. And it's just beyond him right now, which is reflective in the rents and a lot of, I think, upside in the building in general. It's a fantastic unit mix. You've got all 2 and 3 bedroom units. So a great owner user opportunity. The 3 bedrooms are really nice with fireplaces, wet bars. There's a step up to the bedroom section. It's priced at $366 per square foot, which is below replacement cost. So you can't build for this price. It's fantastic. There are 11 parking spaces, so each unit gets at least 1, and the 3 bedrooms get 3 parking spaces each. There's a newer hot water heater. What else can I tell you about this? The units average over 1,200 square feet, so really nice, spacious units. And we are already getting offer activity. We do have a real seller on our hands. So if you are interested, if you have anyone who's interested, I would encourage you to move quickly. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Welcome, Katie, again, first time presenter. I really appreciate you sharing your opportunities here, and we'll definitely reach out.
Thank you.
Fantastic, everybody. Well, today is a little more efficient today. I hope everybody was able to, if anybody has any questions about any of the listings, we actually have our chapter administrator, DJ, here on the line. And also we have our marketing assistants, JV and Glyza, who are also assisting in sharing the information for the slides. This is also all going to be presented on YouTube as well. We are live streaming right now on Facebook as well. So for those of you who want to be able to clip your presentation and be able to use it for marketing purposes, you have all the content and you're available to use that on YouTube. So, well, thank you very much for everybody presenting. Upcoming events, we do have an education in-person event 102. So we have CI 102 coming up here at the West San Gabriel Valley Association of Realtors right here in San Gabriel. It's coming up literally next week. So I've had many calls with individuals who are pursuing their designation and that have shared their interest. And 102, again, it's required for your designation. So this is a great opportunity. And if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email and we'll be able to get you the registration info. Let's go to the next slide. All right, so for those of you who didn't know, we did have our chapter election general meeting canceled this last week. We actually had a fire at the venue. Very unfortunate. The venue had a fire and we were forced to, again, because of the short notice, and we had over, I believe, 50 people register and finding someone's size literally 2 days before the event. So right now we are participating a date in August that we're going to be able to reschedule. So we appreciate everybody's flexibility, and it's unfortunate with these fire disasters that happen. So again, we appreciate everybody giving feedback. We also have our upcoming webinar on the introduction to a fiduciary's role. So for those of you who are interested in learning more about fiduciaries and understanding how they work and how to learn more about how to do business in the world of fiduciaries, and again, these is working with trust departments, working with various different organizations. We have one of our board members who's actually the instructor for CCIM National, who's going to be sharing this webinar. So for those of you who are interested, again, receiverships, et cetera, this is a great opportunity. It's coming up September 22nd, 11:30 to 1 p.m. Like as mentioned, it is a webinar, so you guys are welcome to attend. I think I heard somebody. But yes, if anybody has any questions, reach out to me. Happy to answer and see how we can get everybody to participate. So thank you. Let's go to the next slide. Perfect. So next month is August. We are most likely going to be Zoom because it is the summer months. A lot of people are traveling. Everybody's, we're going to endeavor to go back to in person. Hopefully by September, we'll get some feedback. I think by September, everybody's kids are going to be back to school and everybody's going to be free. So I anticipate that we're going to be able to come together during the day. I see quite a few people laughing on the screen. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So again, for listing presentations, feel free to any listings that come up, any information that you guys want to share to the group, feel free to email our chapter admin. And again, thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate you. Without you, these events would not be possible. And for those of you who are looking to learn more about the learn more about sponsorship, feel free to reach out. And for those of you who are not members, please do check out our scan the QR code here at the end, become a member. So we welcome you guys into our community and give us some feedback. We want to hear more about what you guys want during these meetings. So feel free to give me a call. All the information is all in these slides. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at our next broker forum. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Take care.